ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
Coronado High School is being stripped of this month's state boys basketball championship because of that tortilla throwing incident. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. Today, the CIF handed down sanctions against the school. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is live in Coronado with reaction. Anthony?
And the parents and members of the community that I spoke with say simply that the CIF sanctions are just too harsh. They say that taking the championship away from the team that had worked so hard is just unfair. Now, the CIF is saying that what happened after that June 19th championship match was unacceptable, that both sides became heated after the game and tortillas were thrown from the Coronado High side at the Orange Glen High side, which is a predominantly Latino school. Now, here are some of the sanctions from the CIF. Coronado's boys basketball will have to vacate its championship title. Coronado High School is on probation for the next 3 years. All teams cannot hold postseason contests in section, regional, or state levels until Coronado High administrators, coaches, and student athletes complete a sportsmanship workshop. And the Coronado Unified School District, they released a statement earlier this evening saying that they are reviewing the decision and that they will evaluate a possible appeal. They say they are also retained, or they have retained, an outside investigator to thoroughly review the incident. We'll bring you more information as soon as it becomes available. We're reporting live tonight. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Quite a day. Anthony, thank you. And a seismic shift in the college sports world. The NCAA is now allowing athletes to earn money through endorsements. That announcement came down late this afternoon. Our ABC 10 News reporter John Horn looks at how this will impact athletes of all types here in San Diego.
When OG's Pizza wanted to stay top of mind, it turned to former Chargers superstar LaDainian Tomlinson for this 2016 ad.
And he loved OG's and what it stood for: sports, great pizza.
On Wednesday, OG's got a new resource for spreading the word: college athletes. In a major reversal, the NCAA ruled that student athletes can profit off their name, image, and likeness. The new policy comes in response to recent legal decisions and state laws that took aim at its long-standing practice to not allow the athletes to earn money while in school.
If their moment in the sun is when they're in college, give them a chance to have an endorsement.
The opportunity is more than traditional TV ads. Athletes can even make their own brands, or they can get paid for something as small as a targeted social media post, meaning there's opportunity for those from lesser-known sports.
And you can identify and find out who is into what sport and where they live and what their age is. And so for that targeted type of advertising, there is definitely a space for these athletes to be compensated.
Universities are also free to adopt their own policies. According to the UT, SDSU won't allow its athletes to wear their Aztec gear during endorsements or do anything related to alcohol, marijuana, or gambling. John Horn, ABC 10 News.
That new policy starts tomorrow. A California law allowing college athletes endorsements does not take effect until 2023.
Breaking news just coming down from New York. The Trump Organization and its longtime CFO, Alan Weisselberg, have been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. The indictments will reportedly remain sealed until tomorrow. The charges reportedly center around allegations that Weisselberg and other Trump Organization executives received benefits without reporting them on their tax returns. For now, Donald Trump himself is not expected to be charged, but prosecutors reportedly hope that Weisselberg will testify against the former president in exchange for leniency.
A crime alert tonight. A former Chula Vista nurse is accused of sexually assaulting his patients, and investigators think that there are more victims out there. 56-year-old Paul Miller was arrested today in Orange County. The sheriff's department says he sexually assaulted 3 women between the ages of 22 and 68 at Providence Mission Hospital in Mission Viejo this year. Miller also worked at Sharp Chula Vista from December of 2014 to May of 2015. Any additional victims are asked to call the Orange County Sheriff's Department.
This year's July 4th fireworks show in La Jolla is off, but it's not because of the lawsuit filed by an animal rights group. Today, Mayor Todd Gloria's office announced that organizers didn't apply for a permit in time. Just yesterday, a judge heard arguments from the Animal Protection and Rescue League, which claims the fireworks show is harmful to the seals and sea lions at La Jolla Cove. But the mayor's announcement today makes all that moot.
We're very happy with that. We've always thought that that may be one of the requirements for the fireworks there at the Cove.
And the Animal Protection and Rescue League says that it plans to continue its lawsuit to try to prevent future fireworks shows. The city did issue a permit for an alternative celebration to be held July 4th at Ellen Browning Scripps Park.
All right, get ready for gas prices to go up even more. Tomorrow, the state's scheduled gas tax hike goes into effect. Tonight, we're taking an in-depth look at that law and how much it may cost you. Right now, the price of a gallon of gas in our county is $4.26. That is 2 cents lower than the state average, but the national average is $3.11. A law signed in 2017 incrementally raises the fuel excise tax annually to help fund road and bridge repairs. It also accounts for inflation. Now, supporters say the taxes have a minimal impact on your wallet, but will go a long way for infrastructure. However, opponents like State Senator Pat Bates, who represents parts of North County, says that gas prices are high enough right now. She co-signed a letter to the governor calling for a one-year halt on the tax, saying that funds from the surplus can be used for infrastructure projects instead.
These are things that help every socioeconomic level if we reduce the pain at the pump. And I think that's what we're concerned about.
So how much will this actually cost you? Doug Shoup at AAA says it's a 0.6 cent per gallon increase, which means the average driver may pay between 6 and 12 cents extra to fill up.
Historically, what we have found is that when we have higher gas prices heading into a major holiday weekend, like 4th of July, like Labor Day, like Thanksgiving, that does not alter most people's plans to travel.
2.8 million people in our region are expected to travel by road this holiday weekend.
We're learning more about the accusations of corruption involving the city's troubled taxpayer-funded purchase of 101 Ash Street building downtown. ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner is live outside the building with the effort to get the purchase voided. Jen?
Yeah, the building here is empty. There are serious concerns about safety, Kimberly. You can see behind me the lobby mostly empty tonight. Just a lot of plastic tarps everywhere. The deal has upset a lot of people. Today, attorneys for one of the taxpayers who sued over the project sounded off to reporters.
That building is so toxic now that when the mayor wanted to visit it in April, he had to go through 4 hours of training in order to wear the hazmat suit that he had to wear.
Standing outside the now shuttered 101 Ash Street building Wednesday, taxpayer attorneys raised major questions about how the project was handled. They're representing taxpayer John Gordon, who a year ago brought a corruption lawsuit against the city and officials to set aside the $200 million taxpayer-funded Ash Street building lease purchase agreement.
Mr. Gordon's taxpayer lawsuit sought to void the agreement so that the hemorrhaging would stop completely.
For much of the last 5 years, the building has sat empty. The city tried to move 1,100 employees in, but officials soon discovered problems on the site's 19 floors. In December of 2019, the city finally moved workers in, only to push them out a month later when the county detected asbestos. This week, in an effort to recoup $44 million in losses, City Attorney Mara Elliott sued to void the 101 Ash Street deal and a related deal, citing anti-corruption law and claiming that the real estate broker who negotiated the deals, Jason Hughes, acted as a volunteer under then-Mayor Kevin Faulconer, but received millions in unreported compensation.
The three things that we wanted to say is, when did the City Attorney's Office find out about the illegal payment to Jason Hughes? 2, how did they find out about the illegal payment? And 3, who did they tell?
The city attorney's office declined an interview Wednesday. A statement from Jason Hughes' counsel explains in part that Hughes has never been paid a penny by the city or the taxpayers for his involvement in the transactions. And the attorney for Jason Hughes also stated that he has been transparent since day one. He has also always acted ethically and been in line with rules and regulations and laws. Reporting live tonight from downtown, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Jennifer, thank you. And checking in now with our COVID numbers, the county reported 84 new cases today, while our test positivity rate dropped to 1.2%. There were once again no new deaths reported locally.
A 15-year-old Boy Scout is in the hospital tonight after being bitten by a shark off of Catalina Island. The boy and his father were canoeing near Parsons Landing this morning when their boat was bumped by a shark. When the boy put his hand in the water, that shark bit him. He was flown to the hospital for surgery. A shark expert from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography was called in to try and identify the type of shark involved.